Hi everybody, getting a lot of questions about your project, and I'm going to just take a couple of minutes to again do a walkthrough so I don't keep answering the same questions. Again, remember that under document sharing, you have all of the information about your project available. There is a description of the project that also has a list of websites and resources as well as the rubric that's going to be used to grade your project. Your project is your final exam. And what I'm going to do right now is walk you through the project template to help you prepare to submit your final. If you are in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday 9 a.m. class, your final is scheduled for Wednesday at 8 o'clock on May 14th. If you are in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday 10 o'clock class, your final is scheduled for Monday 10:30 to 12:30 on May 12th. If you are in the online class, your project is due by midnight on May 12th. Having covered those important dates, let's take a look at what this project looks like. Here's the project template for statistics. This is under your document sharing, under the project information, so you can print this out as well as take a look at it here in your video. This is the title page. This is the format of the title page. I should see your title of your paper here, your name here, and the date that you're submitting it here. The second page of your packet will be your abstract. Here I'm explaining to you what to write. This is where you'll have a quick summary of what your project about, your hypothesis, and then you will, after this first page and this first paragraph, go on to write your research paper. So the next maybe 8 pages, 8 pages will be a research paper like you would write comparable for psychology, sociology, history, your writing class, whatever. You might have some quotes, you might have some charts, you might have a graph. You have to use appropriate citation. If you need help, visit the online writing lab at Purdue, otherwise known as the OWL at Purdue. Use some free bibliography sites if you need help with citations. Take it to 209. If you want someone to read it, I'll be happy to take a quick look at things too. But again, remember this is your final exam, so you want to do a good job on writing a good paper. After your research paper is over, then you will begin your appendices. In a typical research project, after you've read the article about methodology and history and all the research that has to be done, then you get to the point where they're sharing their data and results. So for example, here is the format. Again, you can simply plug and paste, copy and paste your work right into this. Appendix A, this is where you're going to begin your chapter assignments. Chapter 1, of course. Keep scrolling, chapter 2, chapter 3, so these are all located, and you can put these one per page if you want, simply by spacing. Please make sure your StatCrunch work is copied and pasted into this. I do not just simply want an answer, I want to see your work. And when there are questions here, they need to be answered. For example, what do you think of the results? What would be your decision as a researcher about those results? Okay. Chapter 4, don't miss this part. It says write your own probability question. What's something that you would want to know now that you've seen that data? On a couple of these problems, you'll see there's little hints or little reminders about what's the appropriate test. Please make sure you pay attention to those if you're not sure about completing the problem. In Chapter 7, let me remind you that this particular data set, you are finding a 95% confidence interval for both of these columns separately. This is Chapter 7 where we did one sample test. I do not want them grouped together. This is separate, and I want you to then compare the two results. In Chapter 8, the blood glucose level project, the data, there are 2 columns of data. One is random, one appears to be random data. The other one's simply the same data sorted. So you need to just use the first column and do the test. Test at the 0.10 level if the mean glucose level truly is 110. And again, explain the results. Okay, Chapter 9, we're going to be doing a comparison of Trader Joe's, or Target, and Whole Foods. Chapter 10 is nutrition information for the fast food hamburgers. We're going to be doing the correlation and linear regression. One of the most common things that students forget is the second part. Use the equation to find the total fat if the burger came in at 600 calories. And make sure you pay attention to how you plug that in your equation. The last chapter is using the exam initiatives, and you're doing a one-way ANOVA. Please make sure you pay attention again that you're going to have to do this problem in the correct order. or the results are completely meaningless. At the end of your project, you should have a reflections page. Please pay attention to what I'm telling you there about how to write it. And don't forget that at some point prior to your appendices, you need to have your works cited page and information about any particular data sets or large graphs can accompany the appendices as well. Hope that helps.